Hi, I'm Glenn from Tyra. Have you ever wondered how different jurisdictions approach responsible conduct? Today we're going to talk about our new online review where we've compiled information on how each province and territory addresses responsible conduct in local governments. Let's dig in. Over the last few years, responsible conduct has become a bit of a hot topic. Governments, along with municipal associations in many provinces and territories, have proposed and adopted multiple ways to improve responsible conduct in local governments, in public boards, and in agencies. Looking at the similarities and differences in these approaches and outcomes can give us a good understanding of the tools and techniques that are available to improve responsible conduct in local governments. But if you attempt to investigate this, you'll be bombarded with everything from the legalese of municipal acts to sensationalized news reports of conflicts and conflicts of interest. You'll often see publications summarize what other jurisdictions are up to, but rarely do they give you a true understanding of the different ways that responsible conduct is being addressed. It's not that the information is unavailable, but it's widely distributed and hidden in acts, bylaws, amendments, and news reports. When you do find it, it's not always clear that the information is current or sometimes even correct. With this new survey of all the provinces and territories, we have set out to try and fix that. We undertook to look at each province and compile, as best we can, the useful information on how each province is addressing responsible conduct by municipal elected officials, administration, and provinces. We decided to deliver this information resource through a new free online course. We want to make it available broadly so that anyone with an interest in the different ways that responsible conduct is being tackled can access it. Now, it turns out that there's quite a few similarities and a few critical but often subtle differences in how provinces address responsible conduct in local governments. When we looked at how best to compile that information, we realized that any summarization that we provided would present an incomplete and possibly biased picture. But summarization was required to make sense of the information set. In the end, we decided to summarize the information across 5 key factors, but also to provide links to all of the documentation from each province. This allows you to get an overview and then dig as deep as you need to understand the issues and choices. With this structure, you can quickly find areas that are of interest to you and then access firsthand real and pertinent information to understand subtle similarities and differences. We broke the summary into 5 key factors that relate to the delivery of responsible conduct. Now, in particular, we looked at, first, education. How are elected officials, members of boards, and staff trained on the roles, responsibilities, processes, and acceptable conduct? Second, conflict resolution. What are the tools that are available if a municipality is experiencing conflict between elected officials or between elected officials and staff? Thirdly, responsible conduct codes. What is the approach to defining responsible conduct? Here we specifically looked at conflict of interest and codes of conduct. Next, values. What guiding principles and values are put in place to provide context for responsible conduct? And then finally, enforcement. How does the province or local government body enforce the standards that they've created? Now, when you open this course, you will find that the information is delivered from 2 perspectives. The first module is an overview video. It provides a comparison of the different provinces' approach organized around the factors that we just discussed. Below that, you'll find a module for each province. Each module has a summary which describes the province's approach to responsible conduct, followed by links to references maintained by each province, and sometimes other third parties. These links provide access to critical details that are important to understand the subtle differences that might exist between provinces. For example, both Quebec and Manitoba have mandatory requirements that each municipality must create a code of conduct. However, Quebec has very detailed and strict requirements on what must be included in the code of conduct, while Manitoba leaves it much more to the discretion of each municipality. Furthermore, Quebec requires each new council recreate and reaffirm their code of conduct after each election. The result is that the codes of conduct for municipalities in Quebec will, at least theoretically, be much more consistent than those in Manitoba. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is left up to you to decide. The important message here is that the summaries provide a quick look at how each province is addressing responsible conduct, but you need to dig into the details by following the provided links to get a full understanding. Our goal with this new course is to create a repository of up-to-date and relevant information on approaches to responsible conduct for local governments in Canada. Along with the information we have discussed so far, we have provided a forum so that you can exchange ideas with others across the country. It also provides a venue where people can identify other documents or provide information about changes in a particular province or territory. We will monitor the forum and attempt to keep the links and information in each of the modules up to date. Our goal is to create a community resource that's freely available to everyone with content that's vetted by the members. Now, to access the resource, you need to use your TyraOnline account. If you don't have an account, it's free and easy to create one. Just go to tyraonline.tyrastrategies.com, choose this course, and then select the Enroll for Free button. It'll take you to a form to create your account. After that, you'll be enrolled in the course and it'll be available on your personal course page. Then just enjoy and participate. You can follow the link in the description below to get to the course specifics and enable enrollment. Now, if you have questions or comments, please add them in the comments below or email us at info@tyrastrategies.com. Also, in the future videos, we'll be exploring some of the different key factors to get a better understanding of options and approaches. Our next video will look at the values and key principles being applied by each province and territory. Many different terms are being used in different jurisdictions. We're going to explore whether these are just terminology or do they represent real differences in the values that each jurisdiction is applying to responsible conduct. And then we're going to address the question, if there are real differences, what does that mean for how responsible conduct is being addressed in each of the jurisdictions? If you found this interesting and useful, why not subscribe to this channel? We don't post on a schedule. If you subscribe and hit the bell next to the subscribe button, it will ensure that you're notified when we release the next video. See you there.